The types of flood control reservoirs are storage reservoir or retention reservoir and retarding reservoir or retarding basin. This first type is storage reservoir or detention basin. Storage reservoir म्हणजे काय? The reservoir having the gates and walls which are installed at its spillway and at its sluice outlets, that is known as storage reservoir. The reservoir having gates and walls installation at its spillway, means spillway जवळ हे gates provide केलेले आहे. Gates and walls and sluice outlets. So that type of reservoir is known as storage reservoir or detention reservoir or detention basin. And retarding basin is the reservoir with uncontrolled and ungated outlets. In this, gates are not provided, which is ungated outlets and uncontrolled outlets. That is known as retarding basin or retarding reservoir. This is the difference between storage reservoir and retarding reservoir. Storage reservoir मध्ये gates provide केलेले आहेत. Gates and walls are provided at spillway, and in this uncontrolled and ungated outlets are provided, which are ungated. Reservoir with uncontrolled and ungated outlets, that is known as retarding basin. Similar difference between storage reservoir and retarding basin. Any doubt in this? Flood control reservoir and storage reservoir. Difference कळाला? Storage or conservation reservoir is different and flood control reservoir is different. The flood peaks at the downstream of the reservoir, that is reduced by amount of AB. In this image, it shows how the peak flow is which is reduced. That is shown in this image. How the flood is controlled. So here at A point, natural inflow outgrowth at dam. Natural inflow hydrograph at dam. At B, water filled up in reservoir. This is a natural inflow hydrograph during peak flows. Water filled up in reservoir, that is shown. That is equal to controlled outflow is equal to safe channel capacity on downstream. So this peak flow is managed, that is controlled. Controlled outflow, inflow is controlled by safe channel capacity on downstream side. So during inflow, in case of flood situations, there is a rise in the water level. Storage will increase. The levels, discharge will increase. The levels of the water will increase. It will reach up to highest flood level. We have seen the different levels in the dam structure, highest flood level. During peak flow, it will reaches up to the highest flood level. So that inflow, that is after releasing of water during peak flow. So this inflow water, which is controlled outflow is controlled, which is equal to safe channel capacity on downstream. That is shown by this ash portion. Water released from reservoir to recover storage capacity. Means storage capacity recover केलेली आहे. If there is a deficiency in the water storage, water is released from the reservoir to recover storage capacity. The storage capacity of the reservoir is increased during peak flow. ज्यावेळेस लो फ्लो असेल त्यावेळेस ते पाणी ते काय यूज केलं जातं, पाणी ते एक्स्ट्रा वॉटर इज यूज, एक्स्ट्रा surplus water is used during low flows. So water released from reservoir, that is accumulated here, that is shown by this hatch portion. The dotted this dotted portion is known as inflow in the reservoir, and after inflow the water is released from the reservoir and it will be shown in this hatch portion. Controlled outflow, water is released, that is shown in cumex. The left on x-axis time is given, time in days, and on y-axis the flow in cumex, meter cube per second. Cumex म्हणजे काय, meter cube per second. The discharge is shown, flow in cumex, the discharge of water through river in cumex, meter cube per second. And as the time elapses, as the during the or for 1 month or 2 months, or depending upon the flood situation, the time in days is shown here. The AB A to B is the natural inflow hydrograph. फ्लो किती झालेला आहे, अप टू A to B मी एवढं इनफ्लो झालेलं आहे. ड्युरिंग पीक फ्लो there is a increase in water level, that is shown by this A to B dotted line. दिसते का? That shows the natural inflow. The outflow is shown here by hatch portion, inclined line below this dotted line, horizontal line. The extra water which is released from the reservoir to recover a storage capacity. This is the excess water stored in the reservoir. Dotted hash portion which shows excess water stored in the reservoir during peak flows, that is shown by this AB vertical line. And after outflow, after releasing of water to downstream sides, or water is released from the reservoir and it is stored in the storage reservoir, that is shown by this hatch portion. इकडचं हे peak flow release करून इथे ते भरलेलं आहे. The water is released. That water is released water is used here for increasing storage capacity of the reservoir. It may be done for 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, or for 1 month, depending upon the level of the flood in the reservoir. That inflow of water is released as the water rises in the dam structure in the reservoir. That inflow is released to downstream, safe channel capacity on downstream side. So this flood control reservoir is it differs from conservation reservoir. Conservation reservoir पेक्षा different आहे. So in it, the need for large sluice capacity to permit rapid drawdown before or after a flood. During flood situation, there will be the drawdown, rapid drawdown. The inflow water that will be released to downstream side and it will be stored in the reservoir. Storage reservoir मध्ये आपण काय करतो, फक्त water store करतो. Water is stored, water is conserved. And in flood control reservoir, during peak flows, that surplus water is used for increasing the storage capacity during low flows. This is the objective of flood control reservoir. The difference between flood control reservoir and storage reservoir. समजा दोन्ही मध्ये डिफरन्स काय? So by this, dam is properly maintained. The load on the hydrostatic pressure or hydrostatic pressure on the dam structure will be relieved, and the stresses and strain will be induced in the during peak flows during flood situations. That stress and strains will be minimized. The third one is multi-purpose reservoir. A reservoir planned and constructed to serve not only for one purpose but for various purposes. That is called multi-purpose reservoir. So this reservoir is for various objectives, various purposes, to fulfill the various requirements, various objectives. The flood control reservoir कशासाठी use करतो आपण? Only for controlling a flood. Storage reservoir is for only the store of water, which is required for supplying water to for irrigation or for supplying water to particular city or town for drinking purpose, for domestic use. That water is used. So multi-purpose reservoir, which is designed to protect the downstream areas from floods and also to conserve water for water supply, irrigation, industrial needs, hydroelectric purposes. सगळ्यांचं कॉम्बिनेशन आहे यामध्ये. Therefore it is called multi-purpose reservoir. Multi-purpose मध्ये वेगवेगळ्या पर्पज साठी रिझर्वायर डिझाइन केले जाते. तर फ्लड कंट्रोल मध्ये आपण पाहिलं ओनली इट इज यूज फॉर कंट्रोलिंग फ्लड. इन स्टोरेज रिझर्वायर इट इज यूज फॉर ओनली टू स्टोर द वॉटर. तर यामध्ये मल्टीपर्पज मध्ये कशासाठी यूज आहे? टू प्रोटेक्ट द डाउनस्ट्रीम एरियाज इन केस ऑफ फ्लड. फ्लड कंट्रोल करण्यासाठी, प्लस टू कंजर्व वॉटर, to preserve water which is required for supplying water to particular city or town by particular water distribution systems, water treatment plants, or supplying water to irrigation farms for growing of the crops. Throughout the year the water is supplied to fulfill the requirement of the industrial needs to the industries, factories. The water is supplied and for generation of the electricity. These are the various purposes. These are the multi-purpose requirement. Depending upon the requirement objectives, this multi-purpose reservoir is designed. So the difference between storage reservoir, flood control reservoir and multi-purpose reservoir. So we have seen the different types of dams. It's depending upon purpose, material use. So in our India there are some important multi-purpose projects have done. So Bhakra Dam and Nagarjun Sagar Dam, which are the multi-purpose reservoirs, multi-purpose dams or multi-purpose projects which are completed, that we have studied in the type of dam, its storage capacity, catchment area, its height, length we have seen. So in our India these are the two major projects, two multi-purpose projects which are completed. That is Bhakra Dam and Bhakra Nangal Dam, which is in the state of Himachal Pradesh, and Nagarjun Sagar Dam, which is located in the Andhra Pradesh. These are the two multi-purpose dams. So upon height and length बघू आपण, that the table seen in first lecture. The highest dam is Bhakra Dam. Longest dam is Hirakud Dam. This table shows दिले बघा Bhakra Dam, Himachal Pradesh, दिले पण, which is constructed across the river Satluj River in Himachal Pradesh, having height 260.5 meter and length is 575 meter. The type of dam कुठला आहे? It is constructed with the earth and rock fill, earth fill and gravity, which is having height 226 meter and length is 518 meter. This is length time. Bhakra Dam, which is the multi-purpose dam, multi-purpose reservoir. तर त्याची स्टोरेज कॅपॅसिटी किती आहे Bhakra Dam ची? 9.62 किलोमीटर क्यूब, means, and the reservoir area having 168.35 kilometer square, which is completed in the year 1963. This Bhakra Dam, multi-purpose reservoir, which is completed in the year 1963, which is the type of earth fill and gravity dam. A gravity dam, combination of composite dam, combination of earth fill and gravity. Masonry, concrete is also used. Clay, silt, earth fill is also done. Therefore, it is called earth fill and gravity dam. This is one of the multi-purpose reservoir, Bhakra Dam, which is located in Himachal Pradesh, having storage capacity 9.62 kilometer cube. This is storage capacity. त्यानंतर आहे नागार्जुन सागर डॅम, इथे आंध्र प्रदेश and Telangana, which is constructed across the river Krishna River. Nagarjun Sagar Dam. This is one of the multi-purpose reservoir, multi-purpose dam, having height 124.66 meter and length is having 4,865 meter, and type of dam is earth fill and gravity. Both are same. Bhakra Dam and Nagarjun Sagar Dam having which are built with same material, earth fill and gravity. There is storage capacity किती आहे? 11.561 किलोमीटर क्यूब. तर Bhakra Dam ची किती होती? 9.62. तर नागार्जुन सागर डॅम ची जास्त स्टोरेज कॅपॅसिटी. आणि रिझर्वायर एरिया किती आहे? 284.9 किलोमीटर स्क्वेअर. Bhakra Dam ची किती आहे? 168.35 किलोमीटर स्क्वेअर. तर नागार्जुन सागर डॅमचं रिझर्वायर एरिया जास्त आहे, 284.9 किलोमीटर स्क्वेअर, विच इज कम्प्लिटेड इन द इयर 1960. म्हणजे भाकरा डॅमच्या अगोदर हे बिल्ड केलेलं आहे नागार्जुन सागर डॅम इन द इयर 1960. त्याचं इयर ऑफ कम्प्लिशन किती आहे? 1963. These are the two multi-purpose reservoirs which are used for controlling flood, for generation of electricity, to supply the water to town or cities or industries. So these are the multi-purpose reservoirs which are planned and constructed to serve for various purposes, to fulfill the various requirements, various objectives, like to control the flood, to conserve the water, for supply of the water to particular cities or villages or towns, or for industries, or for irrigation purpose or for generation of electricity. For these purposes, these multi-purpose reservoirs are designed. Then distribution reservoir. What type is distribution reservoir? Distribution reservoir is a small storage reservoir constructed within the city water supply system. The the size of this distribution reservoir is less than storage reservoir that is constructed within the city water supply system to distribute the water for purpose of distribution of the water. Such a reservoir can be filled by pumping water at a certain rate and can be used to supply water at even at rates higher than the inflow rate during periods of maximum demand or critical periods of demand. During peak flows, during period of maximum demand of water supply, the water is supplied distributed to other reservoirs from storage reservoir. The water is distributed, therefore it is called distribution reservoir. So by using this reservoir is helpful in permitting the pumps which are located which are installed in water treatment plants at various locations to operate these pumps or turbines or pumps at the water treatment plant to regulate the water flow, to distribute the water at the uniform pressure, at a uniform rate. The water is supplied. So for that purpose, these reservoirs are helpful, and they store water during the hours of no demand or less demand, or during the supply of water during the peak flows. That water is distributed during critical periods of maximum demand. That stored water is utilized. Similar distribution reservoir, which is helpful in permitting the pumps or water treatment plants or water distribution system to work at uniform rate. So with proper with uniform flow or at uniform rate, the water is distributed to a particular city or town. The stored water during the hours of peak demand or during the period of less demand, that stored water is utilized and it is distributed at uniform rate through this distribution reservoir. Similar distribution reservoir, these are the four types. First you have seen storage reservoir or conservation reservoir, then flood control reservoir. Again, in that there are two types: storage reservoir and retarding reservoir. Then multi-purpose reservoir and distribution reservoir. So after deciding the type of reservoir, before selection of dam site or finalizing the dam site, we have to do the reservoir planning. For the best and efficient design of the irrigation project, the investigation is must. Investigation is to be carried out in various stages to design a particular reservoir. और त्यासाठी आपल्याला काय करावं लागेल? To decide a particular type of reservoir, it may be storage reservoir or it may be flood control reservoir or multi-purpose reservoir or distribution reservoir. What are the surveys to be carried out? What are the investigation is to be done to decide a type of reservoir? How the reservoir planning is done? त्यासाठी काय करावं लागेल? टू फुलफिल द वेरियस ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह, त्यामध्ये आता आपण पाहिलंय फॉर जनरेशन ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, फॉर वॉटर सप्लाय पर्पज, फॉर irrigation purpose, or for flood control purpose. To serve these various purposes, how the investigation is carried out? Investigation of the reservoir or any particular dam reservoir project. The surveys is to be carried out for particular irrigation project. In that, there are various surveys are carried out. त्यामध्ये first reconnaissance survey is done, preliminary survey is done, and in third stage, detailed survey or construction survey is done. These are the 3 stages of investigation for reservoir planning. Reconnaissance survey, preliminary survey, and detailed survey. These are the 3 surveys which are carried out for a irrigation project. The first type is reconnaissance survey. How reconnaissance survey is done? In this, various information is collected at the reservoir site, at the dam site. To survey the storage of water. In this survey, to find out the number of project sites where storage of water can be done, the number of project sites are surveyed along the length of river, which type of or which location is suitable for supply of water that will fulfill the objectives of supplying water, irrigation. The number of project sites are decided, that are studied in this reconnaissance survey. In this survey, inspection of the region or site is done. ज्या ठिकाणी आपण रिझर्वायर एरिया सिलेक्ट करायचा आहे, ज्या ठिकाणी आपण डॅम साईट डॅम कसं करायचं आहे, त्या ठिकाणी तो एरिया काय केला जातो, सर्वे केला जातो. The proper inspection is done. The data is collected from that location, from that area. The data is collected physically without using precise survey instrument. Before using some survey instrument, the actual by visiting the actual location where the reservoir area is to be selected or the dam is to be constructed. Physically the area is surveyed, the data is collected from the site by visiting to that dam site or reservoir site. The data is recorded and the particular site is decided, and after that the following information is recorded. The size of the catchment area किती है, the area of the catchment area covered by that water, size of the reservoir, catchment area, vegetation covered in the catchment area, म्हणजे ते कुठल्या टाइपचे सॉइल आहे, टाइप ऑफ सॉइल, टाइप ऑफ वेजिटेशन कवर्ड, वेजिटेशन में ग्रास और टाइप ऑफ ट्रीज, नंबर ऑफ ट्रीज or any type of crop is there. So that is studied, that data is recorded. Soil type, कुठल्या टाइप सॉइल आहे तिथे, whether it is alluvial soil, black cotton soil or sandy soil, loose soil, soft soil, hard soil, slope of the ground, undulation size का तिथे, or if it is stepping gradient or it may be rolling plain terrain, or the slope is having very steep, slope of the ground is studied. Then existing ponds are there or not, ponds or lakes, so any permanent structures, or at the side of the river, the number of villages which are located, areas, properties of the property of the land, geological features are studied, faults, cracks, fissures present in that area. Geological study is done by the geologist. Topographical features are studied. Topography of the area is studied. In command area, dam site, site of the dam, whether it is fulfill all the requirements, objectives, static rainfall किती होते हैं, runoff किती है, rainfall in that area, highest rainfall, highest rainfall, and runoff data is recorded from the rainfall data. Depth of rainfall is measured. River gauge population, discharge through that river, velocity of the flow, it is measured. Population data is recorded. Population of the city nearby, near to the dam site, population of the town or village, that is recorded. Fluctuation in the river, levels of the water, highest flood level, that is also recorded. Normal water level, minimum water level in the reservoir, and history of the nearby scheme, if there is a nearby scheme is there, any weir or barrage or any storage reservoir, if it is located, the history of that site, that is recorded. So all this information is collected in the reconnaissance survey. So this type of survey is done to collect the various information like size of catchment area, vegetation in the catchment area, type of soil, slope of the ground, existing ponds or lakes, common area, site of the dam, rainfall in that area, river gauge, population data, and history of the nearby scheme. All this data is collected. It is recorded in the sheets, and that record is maintained. This is a preliminary data information is collected in reconnaissance survey. After this reconnaissance survey, preliminary survey is done. In preliminary survey, after collecting the data in the reconnaissance survey, from that data or from that information, the preliminary survey is done in various stages. This survey is carried out by experienced supervision with modern instruments. Some modern instruments are used. So for this survey, it may require for a few months, 1 or 2 months or 3 months or more than that, up to 5 to 6 months, depending upon the surveys to be done. So for reconnaissance survey, it may require 1 to 2 days, or it may require 4 to 5 days, or more than that 10 to 15 days. That survey can be done. Preliminary survey is done for 1 to 2 months, or it may require 1 year or 2 years, depending upon the size of the project. When project is important, it may be based on that the survey is done. Whether it is depending on the type of dam, purpose of the reservoir, purpose of construction of the dam or reservoir, this survey is done. It is carried out in dry season with careful planning. In the summer season or in winter season. The, in that season, the season which is decided depending upon the data to be collected. With careful planning, the data is recorded, the information is collected. So in preliminary survey, it is divided into various types: engineering survey, hydrological survey, and geological survey. The three types of surveys carried out in this preliminary survey. Some modern instruments are used, like in survey, we have studied different types of surveying instruments are used, like dumpy level, auto level, total station, and other modern instruments may be used to collect information regarding that site of the reservoir. So in 1 minute, the session will close. After this, I guess again you have to join with the same link. You have to rejoin again with the same link.